Hello students, welcome to Careers360. The CUET first round cutoff is likely to come out today, and what we're doing is lot of you have been asking us to create videos on separate colleges. It's not just about the CUET cutoff, but college-wise cutoff because your preference might be to join a particular college. In that process, we covered quite a few colleges now. What I'm going to cover now is the St. Stephen's College, which is the premier college of the country. Always, you all know that, and we'll talk about the selection process, the number of seats that you have, the kind of cutoff that you need, the kind of placement you have. All those things we'll talk about in this particular video. A lot of you also have been reaching out to us, wanting to talk to us personally. So, keeping your uh, opinions in mind, we actually opened a helpline which is 8130376334. 8130376334. Send us a message DU if you want to know more about DU counseling. And if some of you also want to know more about the opportunities beyond DU also, in which case send us a message apply. Right. And one of our counselors who understands the private college space would also be calling you up. So if you need any help, this is the number, these are messages, and we'll be happy to talk to you. And do subscribe to Careers360 because on the YouTube channel, because we're creating a lot of content to help students decide for themselves based on objective data. We're collecting and collating a lot of information to help you understand what the entire seat structure is and what are your possibilities. And there's a series that we're doing because CUT is a very complicated process in terms of admissions because you actually have programs and subject-wise level stuff also. So this is a series that we're doing, and this CUET Information and Guidance Series is presented by Amity University, one of India's leading universities, and also ranked among the top 3% globally based on the World University Ranking. So do look out for them also. Now about St. Stephen's College. This college was established in 1881. So it's 147 years old in that sense. Very, very predated our freedom also. And it's a government college, of course. NIRF Ranking is 5th best college in the country. It's spread over 69 acres of land, 1,250 undergrad students of 3 years, of which 52% are boys and 48% are girls. And 75% of the students come from outside the state. And about faculty is 75. These only undergrad 3 years is what we're talking about. The faculty would be much more, and the total student strength also would be much, much more. But we are only covering the UG 3-year programs. Now, the placement statistic is this: 403 students were admitted 3 years back, which essentially means that in 21-22, about 403 students actually got admitted. And we are just putting it in context. Of this 403, 363 students graduated, which means about 90% of the students graduate also. About 10% students fall apart in terms of dropping out or failing or whatever it is. 100 students were placed. The kind of program that these colleges offer, it is not a professional course. So to that extent, the placement you need to actually study further also. You would not get straight away. And a lot of students, they join these colleges fully well, knowing fully well that they're going to do a postgrad at some point in time. And 222 students moved for higher education. So the placement is 71% and the median salary is 7 lakhs. So of the students who offered themselves a placement, about 71% students got placed at a 7 lakh median salary is what we're talking about. Earlier than that also about 66%, 87% and all. But the placement median salary seems to be around 7.5 lakh rupees. Now, what is the average base pay? Of course, this from the college brochure, about average base pay is 10.5 lakhs is what they claim. But there it's 7 lakh rupees. So just be very clear that I'd much rather trust the NIRF filing because it's submitted to the government of India on an affidavit than the marketing brochure. But the marketing brochure says average base pay is 10.5 lakh, whereas the median salary is 7 lakh. So I would rather trust this one. The highest base pay is 24.5 lakh. A few global consulting companies, including McKinsey, Boston, Kearney, EY Parthenon, LEK Consulting, Praxis Global, Morgan Stanley, Morgan, Nomura, all these companies also come for placement. Whether they come for placement last year or they've been coming for placement over the years, one doesn't know, but that's what it is. Now the cutoff, we need to understand the cutoff that you have. They have limited programs, but let's talk of it. We'll talk of unreserved SC and ST. The idea is to give you some kind of indication of what is the most competitive branch at St. Stephen's, and this will explain to you what happened last year. This 2025 data of what is the kind of cutoff at which a student could get into St. Stephen's in this particular program. For BA English Honours, it was 26.93. SC was 819.75 and ST is 850.52. BA History Honours is 918.72. BA was 912.57. BA Philosophy Honours is 906.74. BA Economic Honours is 904.62. Mathematics Honours is 807.32. BA Urdu is 726.19. BA Sanskrit Honours is 694.41. Chemistry Honours is 550.65. Physics Honours is 522.19. Physical Science and Chemistry is 487.37. Physical Sciences with Computer Science is 442.55. This is the unreserved cutoff that you had. And similarly, you have for SC and ST also. You can go through that and take a screenshot if you really want. Now, what is seat matrix? How many seats are there in this place? You should know that also. In all, there are 482 seats, right? Of which for unreserved is 168, for SC is 26, for ST it is 11, Christian is 205. So typically you have OBC, but this being Christian minority institution, Christians is 205. PWBD is 24, Children of War Widows is 24, and Kashmiri migrants is 24. So what is replaced here is, earlier you normally have an OBC for every other college, but this being a Christian minority institution, Christian is 205 comes in. For BA honors, 21 seats is for unreserved, SC is 3, ST is 1, Christian is 25, PWBD is 3, 3 for Children of War Widows, and 3 for Kashmiri migrants. Similarly, BA honors English unreserved 12, BA honors history 24 for unreserved, philosophy is 3 for unreserved, Sanskrit 3 for unreserved, BA program any two discipline of out of these economics, English, history, political science, and philosophy is 16. BA history program Urdu plus any other discipline subject like economics, history, political science, and philosophy is 5. BA honors chemistry is 21, B.Sc honors mathematics is 21, B.Sc honors physics is 21, B.Sc programming physical science with chemistry is 11, and B.Sc programming physical science with computer science information practices is 10. So in all you have 168 for unreserved, 26 for SCs, 11 for ST, 205 for Christian, 24 for PWBD, 24 for Children of War Widows, and 24 for Kashmir migrants. In all, at St. Stephens, you have 482 seats for the 3-year undergrad program. If you and of course you know the admission process, you need to appear for the CUET, register on the CSAS portal, which you would have already done, in my opinion. Seat allocation rounds are happening today. The first round cutoff will happen. Confirm the admission and pay the fees. There are also a few scholarships that you should know, but the fees is so moderated that the scholarship also are very, very limited. So you must know that. And if you want any counseling help on this, do send a message DU on this number 8130376334. And if you want to keep your options open for a private college also, send us a message on the same number, but the message should be apply APPLY, and one of the counselors of that will call you up. And do subscribe to Careers360 because we're creating a lot of content and information to help students take the most informed decision based on objective information, data, and what happened over the previous years. And this series that we're producing, this CUT Information and Guidance series, is presented by Amity University, one of India's leading universities and also ranked among the top 3% globally based on the World University Rankings. I hope this helps you. If you want me to cover any college, do write to me in the message box. I'll be happy to cover that for you. Thank you so much. Namaste.